Welcome back to the Girl Cave. I am trying to recreate some layouts that Vicky Boutin made using 49 Market Spectrum Gardenia, but I am using what I have in my stash, which is the 49 Market Spectrum Sorbet. Some of the papers I've had to recreate completely because they're different, but for the most part, they're similar. Because it's been a while since my last video of this series, I wanted to share with you what I have created. Here's layout number 1. This was one of the papers that had the circle painted, and then I cut it out. I cut out the middle as well. And in my usual style, I'm combining different manufacturers as well. So this was an older paper that I had a little bit left over, and I fussy cut the butterflies. These foam stickers are from Simple Stories, and I have a few of Vicky Boutin's embellishments that work super well with this as well. The second layout, and I'm using this as the second page for this layout. So this page I did not have. The one that, the paper that is from that collection, I had to completely recreate. I had so much fun trying to recreate this page. So I used a little bit of inking on the background, and then I put the tickets there to create that vertical design. And I used some of the 49 Market acetate leaves and some of the 49 Market embellishments. And I had older tickets. I believe these were from Tim Holtz. And then some more of that paper. And I used some bubble wrap to create the background stamping. Just super easy, super fun. Then I created this layout, which again, the paper did the heavy lifting. This is from Vicky Boutin. I did use some Q-tips to add a little bit more of that mixed media look to it. And I have a lot of different manufacturers as well. Like this frame right here, I did not have the one from 49 Market, but I think that was from either Amy Tangerine or Paige Evans. It came in one of those embellishment packs, and I just covered what was behind it with another embellishment. So this and this was from the sheet of paper from P13. This is from the 49 Market acetate embellishment, as well as the butterflies. And then this one here was from an embellishment pack from Gingham Foundry. So I mix and match a lot of things. That little word sticker is from Tim Holtz. And then next layout, I included as the second page for this one here as well. For this layout, I did my own paper. I didn't have anything that looked similar to it, so I just did some inking. And again, I used the eraser from a pencil, and I used Q-tips to do the little mixed media dots there, and then some inking on the background. And then these, rather than using the 49 Market die cuts, I went with a sheet of paper from Tim Holtz, and I cut it up, and I created my own little embellishment cluster. This is some of the Simple Stories Vintage Garden. And then these tabs I had punched out from scraps. And then again, this is from that Gingham Foundry. I made sure, since I was going to use it as a double page layout, that I had the same manufacturers on both sides of the layout. For today's layout, the paper that Vicky Boutin used is extremely similar to this one. Extremely similar. I think the only difference is that it's a little bit darker blue, a little bit more intense. But what I'm going to do is, I had to send my husband out to get my pictures because it's cold here in Florida, and I do not do winter. Like, I cannot comprehend how is it that it's in the 30s here in Florida. Like, why is it 30? Like, I live in Florida. It should not be in the 30s. I don't have clothes for this. I don't have real coats. So I sent my husband out to get the pictures. And I'm going to On this layout, she only had 2 vertical pictures, but I have maybe, I think I have 4 or 5 pictures. So I'm going to add a little bit more to this side. Very simple layout. She just lets the paper do the heavy lifting and then just adds a little bit more embellishments to it to add dimension. And because this one is a little bit more subdued in color, I was really excited about that because I have some pictures that are the only pictures that I took in Korea that are not like really fun and vibrant, and I like the idea of having this muted color as my background for those photos. As far as embellishments, she does have some frames, and I found these 4 in the Vicky Boutin Storyteller embellishment collection. So I'm gonna be using these because I'm using 4 pictures rather than just 2 on that one side. And then either I'm gonna use this sheet for my embellishments or the big one. I haven't decided yet. And then as far as the photo mat, I'm gonna be using this beautiful green because it will pick up from that butterfly and this one. So I'm gonna make sure that I use this. And then I'll probably fussy cut some of the flowers to bring in a little bit of that pink because one of my photo mats has a little bit of that peachy pink. So I might use this one or this one. We'll see. I'll make sure that I'll share with you the completed layout. I've been trying to arrange the photos so that I can still see the circle, which is the beauty of this paper. Vicky's layout only had 2 vertical photos, which would be these 2, and they fit perfectly. But I had these additional 2 small photos that I really wanted to include. So I have been manipulating it, and I think this is the best that I can come up with because there's gonna be some butterflies here and some floral sprays here, but I don't want to cover the circle. I want it to be evident that there is a circle there. I had already fussy cut a lot of the images from this, and this was just the cover of the Spectrum Sorbet. And I have this beautiful flower, but look right here. I don't like that because I don't want that little gap to show. I'm weird about that. And this area right here is fine to cover because that's just that space from the photo. And I know that this butterfly I want right here. I think those are so cute right there. Then I have a combination of paper and these acetate leaves. I'm gonna put one of those there. And then I have several of the greens I have to pick. I have more butterflies, which will go up here. I have a whole bunch, so I don't know which ones I'm gonna use. And I have that and paper. So then I had this, and I thought it would go well here or there. I couldn't figure out which one. We'll see. Let me work on this first. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down because it's perfect. It's perfect exactly where it is. I don't have any trap space. It's not covering anything important from my photos. Well, now I moved it. Good job, Jeannie. Let me just use this. And work on it right here. Right there. That's good enough. Good enough for me. Now, I only have one of these because listen, I pulled all of the pink ones. This package of acetate leaves has 56 pieces. Some of them were like the orange yellow, and then some of them were the pink. So these are the only pinks that I have left over. I've used quite a few of them. And it was like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This one is too big. This one is too little. This one is just right. Because I just want to tuck it behind and still see that it is a circle. But I have to figure out how exactly. I don't want it there. Maybe there. Because if I put it on where there's a lot of text, you can barely see it. So I'm thinking that looks good. I like this, but it kind of makes it too tropical too. I don't want it to look too festive. I'm going to try and get this leaf underneath the photo like that. And the stem is just going to have to show. It's okay. It's okay. The little branch. Do I like that? I don't know if I like it. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that for a bit. I feel like it's something needs to be there. Not that. Let's try this one. I like it. Do I want the pink on top? Why not? Okay, we're going with that. Anybody else a messy scrapper? This big desk and I'm working like cramped right here because I've got stuff everywhere. But here we go. This paper is absolutely beautiful. It differs from the Spectrum Gardenia in that the Gardenia one has a little bit of flowers here and it's a little bit more intense. Not flowers, butterflies printed in the paper itself. This one only has one. And obviously the color is a little bit more intense, like a darker blue. But this one goes really well with the one that I'm using for the right side. So I'm going with it. And I have one 4x6 picture. And then the embellishments for that particular collection includes something like this. It's almost like I don't know what you call it, like a film strip, a big film strip. So what I did was I used a large tag as a template and then I ripped my paper and I'm going to use that. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't want it too low, but not too high. So I'm going to place this down first. I think I want it there. So this page is fairly simple. And that's one of the beautiful things about the 49 and Market papers is that they do most of the work because they're heavily embellished. So you could just use the paper as it is and just add a few elements. And then my photo, I have a 4x6 photo. And I'm going to place it underneath this because there's somebody's head there and I want to cover it. So I'm going to lift this up and put it just like there's one little ridge there and I'm going to use that to cover that guy's head. You can't tell. Perfect. So there's my photo. And then I have this little banner that says a picture's worth 1,000 words. And I got this from one of those Vicki Boutin embellishment packs. So we're going to use that and place it right here. And then I fussy cut a whole bunch of stuff. And I thought of using the flowers and placing them right where the print is. Or was it like that right there? To add a little bit more color to the paper. Like, look at that. It would cover just exactly where the flower is. We're gonna keep those for later. I do want to include the butterflies. So I have one large butterfly. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I need to bring in some pink from the other side. And I have some pink lilies here. But I don't really want to use these flowers on this side because they just don't match. These are water lilies and these are most definitely not. So I have to bring in some pink. And I thought, well, let's see if I can use some of these acetate leaves and tuck one here or there. That's a big one. Maybe if I tuck it underneath, but like, see, here is not gonna work because I didn't leave myself enough space. Do I want to move this all up? Do I? See, my title is not too big. And it's gonna go here. I could lift this up just a little bit more. So we're gonna lift it all up. Yes, we are. Let's lift it all up very carefully. This is real live scrapbooking, people. I don't really plan much. Okay, now I'm gonna move it up. Maybe a little bit higher. And then we'll place this. I don't want too much space. So let me try here. Let's see if that works before I press it down. That works. What about this big one? I don't like it. So do I want this one here? That's cute. And then place this one here. No, I think I'm gonna place this one down here. Where was I before my phone so rudely interrupted me? I'm running out of storage. That's what it says. So I'm gonna have to go quickly with this because who knows what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm trying to, I gotta cover that guy's head. And then I'm not really sure I like this anymore. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. And I said this was too big. And maybe I do like this one here. Maybe. And that way I'll bring in some of the pink from the other side. So that's going to be good. Oh dear, I'm going to try one more time. My phone I need to delete all of the pictures or purchase more storage. I think I'm going to end up purchasing more storage, but it's $3 a month. Yikes. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. These two little butterflies, I'm not going to lift them up because I want them to kind of be hidden. Just to bring a little bit of pink, but I don't want to draw attention to them. And then this butterfly, I'm going to raise. This one I cannot raise because it's acetate. So maybe right there. I want to use this tiny one. I don't know where I want it though. Do I want it there? Do I want it here? And then this one kind of go that way. I don't know. Okay, so maybe hold on to that one. Then I have these two little hearts. And I'm going to place them somewhere like that. And then these tiny ones, I'm using dimensional tape and I'm just going to layer them on top of the tiny hearts. Again, trying to bring in a little bit of the pink. So now I have pink here and I have pink there. I might have too much pink now with this butterfly. So we'll see. Okay, one butterfly, 2, 3. Okay, I have a few seconds left on the memory of my phone. So I wanted to show you the finished layouts. And I decided to actually add the flowers because it just needed a little bit more intensity there. And I think I put enough pink here to tie it in with the second page. This was at the demilitarized zone in between North Korea and South Korea. And I have to tell you, it was haunting to say the least. The silence there was, I can't even express it. It was just to say that these pictures were difficult to scrap because it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They have beautiful gardens there. They even have a playground for the children. And the ribbons that they tie around the fence are so colorful, but at the same time, you feel that pain and the silence is almost unbearable. We were actually, we took a tour and we saw the underground tunnels, but obviously we were not allowed to have our cameras in that section or throughout the tour. I mean, there was, just getting in there was scary. I wanted to do these pictures justice, and I hope I did so in capturing the beauty, yet keep it as solemn as I could. I hope that this video serves as inspiration for you. If you have any of the 49 and Market papers, you don't need to have every single collection. You can do some substitutions and still come out with beautiful, beautiful layouts. I can't wait to see you again next week. Please give this video a like, and if you haven't done so yet, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. Bye.